Hello again, everybody. Happy Friday afternoon. Where we left off this morning was I gave some task to AI, which I have now forgotten about. Ah, yeah, slowing down the game when you are, or while speeding up the falling floor when you are moving slowly. And we just did this on the same branch. So let's go try it out. Hey, David. Good afternoon. All right, so we don't have a way of taking damage other than actually taking damage. I didn't put a cheat in the game like that. So if I do this and I take a little bit of damage, the floor should speed up. Yeah, so now it's moving pretty rapidly. Yeah, and now you have no chance of recovering any coins. Well, wait, what's going on? Oh, I'm collecting the coins where I fell. That's technically not supposed to happen. Okay, yeah, we got to fix that. Bug, we don't reset the player position in time, so you collect coins on the frame that you spawn in. All right, but yeah, it looks like this feature is working fine. Let's collect some more coins, I guess. There, bounced myself right out of the dungeon. All right, there. So now it should slow down enough for me to be able to, yep, great. So I can make some progress. Every coin I collect should be a little bit toward being able to make even more progress. And now we should be pretty much back to normal, yeah. We're almost at 100. Whoop, okay, gotta be careful. Yep, definitely had to be careful here. Okay, good. Nice. Yeah, I think this is a good change overall. I need to test it some more, but I'm somehow not colliding with that. I'll take it. Yeah, falling floor is pretty cool. I like this idea in general. I think it's been very nice. All right, now we're way beyond anything potentially hurting us. So let's force it. I'll just take a bunch of damage. Yeah, and now we can see the floor starting to catch up. And now it should be going even faster. So yeah, if I got hit again, now I don't think I could escape this. Yeah. So this is to make it so that you don't have to wait as long if you're going to lose anyway. And then, yeah, you come back over here and you should have enough time to collect the coins. We'll do that pretty soon. It shouldn't just make you keep falling. That would be really bad. So let's see what it applied in terms of a formula here. I'm expecting some polynomial equation that I came up with. Speed curve coin scale. They do normal minus maximum divided by this minus 1. Whatever. It felt fine, so I don't really care. Yeah. Get falling speed multiplier. Where is this used? Here. This is fine, but then what is this doing here? I see. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. And then one other thing I should test really fast is what happens when you get to the end. So we can cheat this part in pretty quickly because I did add a cheat for this. We just set this to max and then run, and we go through 3 rooms, I think. This is the 3rd one. No, we wait until it generates a new one. What is going on? Here it is. I don't know why that took so long. Yeah, so here it's falling very rapidly. Very cool though. You can fall here. Is it always after a treasure room? Huh. Maybe it should only give you yellow coins at the end so you speed up more and more. Or maybe we weight them the opposite direction so the green coins are rare. Hey, Faceless. Yeah, this is feeling pretty good. So speed up falling floor when low on coins. This was to make it so that you don't have to wait for as long to lose if you don't have many coins. All right. Gonna hammer out a couple of these small changes now. When the player falls in the endless dungeon in the Dungeon Racer subgame, we potentially spawn red coins. When the player respawns, their position isn't set at the correct time, so they can end up collecting these coins based on their old position from before they fell. Fix this. Okay, so we're doing this, and then this is now done. Whoops. And yeah, we need a special starting piece. Let's go make this. We have the dungeon end piece here. Let's go to dungeon piece 1. And I think this will just be a starting piece. Yeah. It's an exciting day. What's happening today, Faceless? Or what happened today, I should say. So we'll save this as dungeon start piece. I don't know if we need boost pads here or even coins. It's just got to be something with the player spawn position like way off to the... Wait, where is the player spawn position? It's over there. What? How do we choose where to spawn the player? If not by looking at the player spawn position. All right, well, we're going to fill in walls over here. And we're going to eventually put statues or something in here. But for now, maybe we make this be the floor. And then delete these. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Exit point can stay the same. So I want to spawn them up by 8 pixels. Yeah, so let's try that. Hey, Val. Welcome back. It's Friday. Oh, I see. New Path of Exile season starts in 27 minutes, 20 seconds. Is that PoE 1 or 2? So nice that you can change the tile set so quickly. Yeah, I mean, in this case, we don't have anything too crazy about it. If we did, we'd need to like paint things in a little bit more carefully. PoE 1, okay. Yeah. Has PoE 2 improved in reputation? I don't follow any PoE 2 news, but I know people were a little bit upset at a bunch of problems that existed at first. Has that gotten better? This is dungeon start piece. Oh, this fixed the problem, what, like immediately? Yeah. All right, so we removed it from line 359 in Dungeon Racer. Dungeon Racer 359. And we put it in 345 instead. Before reset for new run. Did I earn anything noteworthy for my... Oh, you mean like revenue? It wasn't like super exceptional or anything. I'm happy with it. I think it's been good. Yeah. The unfortunate thing about Steam games is a lot of the times the first month is like roughly equal in revenue to the first year. And then beyond the first year, it drops pretty quickly. This is my understanding, at least. So like, I'll keep participating in all the sales. It's selling some amount each day. It's not like a crazy amount. I don't really look at the stats too much. But if you search for Skeleseller right now, we can figure out how many people are playing. Yeah, 18 players right now. Like, that's pretty good. This has probably been slowly decreasing over time. Yeah. This was the Steam summer sale. So it was higher up during that. Yeah, it's probably going to trend downward. Well, that's normal. Hey, stats. Mostly to support them. No interest in playing it, since the opposite of one when it comes to speed. Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing the finals, and there's been a new change to how they do melee weapons. It's a first-person shooter, so most people are using guns, but there are some melee weapons in the game, and they just sort of upended how a lot of it works to the point where my take is if you weren't using them before, you'll be better now than someone who was using them consistently and got very used to those specifics. And I see this happen in a lot of high skill ceiling games. I'm not saying I'm the best player or anything, but in, for example, Super Smash Bros. Melee, there was this technique called wave dashing, which was never intended by the developers, but you could dash like into the floor and speed up pretty drastically with some characters by doing that. So like that became better than just holding the stick to the right. Well, there are a bunch of problems with that from a game design perspective. It's skill you didn't intend to have be in the game, so you couldn't have balanced around it. And it's not straightforward for anyone just starting out with the game. Like you could play for 5 years and never discover that. And it changes the balance of the characters that you had maybe planned on. So like some slow characters are not slow anymore. I generally find though with any game with a decent amount of competitive players that shifting the meta is pretty important. And figuring out the timing for that is really difficult. You don't want to shift it every single day. You don't want it to be like, oh, all the damage numbers you learned yesterday don't matter today, and because then you couldn't practice or get better, or you'd have to always expect things to just be almost totally random. And if you have to be every 10 years or something like StarCraft, then it gets stale. So yeah, it's probably like every few months to a year. It's probably best to mix things up. All right, so we should test this out. It should be pretty easy to test. And then I want to go add in the new tile piece. I think changing the meta is fine. It's got to be within the accepted amount of changes that people expect. Like you can't change PoE 1 to PoE 2 and expect the same players to play probably. But you could change, which skill builds are powerful. I don't know. I haven't played PoE that much. No, this is still happening. I don't think this has to do with... This didn't fix the problem. Problem is... An easy repro for the problem is have 0 coins fall. This will spawn a ring of red coins. Start moving right. The floor will catch up and you'll fall again. After falling, you'll see that you've collected coins from the ring of red coins where you used to be before the fall. All right, I'll change this to high now and we'll see if this actually fixes the problem. I don't remember if I ran this in a separate branch or not. It doesn't really matter. All right, special starting piece. Let's go check that in. Add dungeon start piece. This isn't being used yet. At least not in the way that it should be used eventually. All right, new work tree off of Dungeon Racer. We'll set this to high. Okay, so I just created dungeon start piece. I want this to be the first piece instead of dungeon piece 1. I also don't want dungeon start piece to show up anywhere except as the first piece. Okay. And then one other thing, make sure to spawn the player at player spawn position. Can't change the name of things like that. What's going on? Part of the context behind making this change is to allow the player enough time to collect the ring of red coins around them before the falling floor catches up to them. So I might need to expand the room to the left, which would be fine. Yeah. All right, this is good. Old ring is only cube freed, so it remains in the scene. The player is teleported back onto that still active ring during the same reset, allowing queue to overlap signals to collect it. I'll change the reset to detach existing coins immediately. Yeah, sounds good. All right, next up, change the TOML file. Let's go figure that part out. .codex, and then there should be a TOML file. Config.toml, here it is. So how does this work? All temporary GDScript files must be created inside that, not inside temp. Drat, I don't know. I don't know where it was creating those files that it was asking me about before. I don't even know what conversation it was in. Maybe this one? Here, yes. Okay. So it's creating the right directory, but then it's asking me for permission to run it. So I probably need to put this in agents.md. Yeah, when making temporary GD files, create them in here, never create them in there. Wait, if it's asking me for permission, doesn't it mean there's a problem over here? I don't understand. This is what we're seeing as the path. Copy path. That's in the right directory. And then it asks for permission to execute it. I might need to wait for this to happen again. Yo, Shanies. Welcome back. It's been 16 days since you were last here, in case you were curious. The files are going to the right spot, but then it's, well, I guess we put the like here. But then it asks me for permissions. May need to wait for this to happen again before I can do anything about it. So let's just delete this from the list and put it up here for now. All right, is this done? Read children only queued old coins for deletion. So how did this change it? Strange. Modify the CSprod file. I wonder if this is enough. Did it change anything in here? Nope. Because we're on some other branch for this. Excuse me. All right, so commit this. Then go pull that in. I guess get rid of the CSprod changes. It doesn't have them anymore. Okay. Yeah, let's try this out. Where the game or servers are available, people keep spamming enter in the game chat. You get connecting to game server followed by unexpected disconnect occurred. By actually reaching the servers and causing issues of traffic for the developer, or the messages never arrive. It depends on what their infrastructure is. And yeah, how they set these things up. If it says connecting to game server and there is no server, like there's just nothing to connect to, I'd expect them to say a timeout message instead of just like unexpected disconnect. But maybe they only take the servers offline so rarely that they don't need to do that. If you did not want them to arrive at the server, would there be an error from the client? Again, it depends. There are a few different scenarios you have to consider here. One is the server isn't even online, in which case there's nothing to respond. Two is the server is online but not directly reachable. Like maybe it's behind some reverse proxy, or maybe it's behind, you know, any amount of infrastructure there. The other is that the server is online and reachable, but has like traffic like temporarily disabled. So imagine some Boolean like allow players to log in is set to false. The way you end up doing this, you eventually just have something like, you know, function login. If this is not allowed, then return a can't connect error or something like that. This is just pseudocode, but yeah, this is like, okay, the traffic is making it to the server, but it's just a really simple check here of like, well, is this thing allowed or not? And if they have a caching layer that's not their database, they're not even making a database call for this. They're just checking like, oh yeah, all our servers know that this isn't allowed. Now, there is still something involved in doing this. So yeah, if there were like 1 trillion people hammering the server, it would probably not be able to keep up with the requests. But yeah, I doubt it's causing problems for them. All right, I don't remember if I restarted this. I think I did. But let's just start again. All right, so we got to do the same thing we did before, which is to take some damage. Take a lot of damage, actually. There. So now when we fall down, we're going to have some red coins there. We're going to try to collect them. And the problem's still happening. All right, maybe I shouldn't even give this change to AI. Maybe I should just take a look at this myself. So where do we make that ring of red coins? Here. And where's the player's position? Here. And where do we reset their physics interpolation? Here. Which is fine. Do the coins need to be placed such that they're reset? They are already reset. What could be going wrong here then? The players at their new position. I don't know what can cause them to collect this then. Hmm. It's where I was. So I know it's a stale position. Also, where is this originally set? Is it just to wherever I... It's wherever the player was in the dungeon to begin with. Dungeon Razor. They're at some just arbitrary coordinates. Yeah, not what I wanted. Huh. All right, well, anyway, going back to this for a sec. So we call reset for new run. I still don't even know if we should be doing that or if I should change how that is. That's fine. Yeah, we reset this down here. there's some issue with this. I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know whether to tell it like that also didn't fix it. Let me take a look at this again. See if I can determine something else from here. We could try turning physics interpolation off and seeing if that helps. So we'll just speed this up a bit. We'll take a bunch of damage. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's try turning off physics interpolation and seeing if that helps. Physics interpolation off. Okay, so this might fix it. If it does, it means well, I'm confused at what it means because we're already resetting things that we should be resetting. Okay, that's funny. This is happening because I added in the new starter piece, which is the only thing with a solid left wall, but I did not put it in the right spot yet. So it's possible that we just butt up against a wall like that. But thankfully, we found a piece that has some enemies, so we'll just take a bunch of damage. Cool. Great. Yep. Now the floor ends up catching up to us. And now we do this. That did not fix it. So it is not physics interpolation, which is good because if it were physics interpolation, I would not have understood it. It's not based on physics interpolation. What else could it even be then? It means that the player's in the wrong spot? Do they get moved afterward? Maybe they get moved. They have to get moved on the next frame, though. All right, how about we just print out what this is? Reset the player to... I doubt they're moving from here. And then dungeon player, physics process. We'll just put a breakpoint in there. All right, so all we need to do is move here. And then click this. All right, so it just said reset the player to 3926. Are they still at 3926? Yes, they are. So they're not moving. What if the coins are moving? How would that even be true? I don't know how that would be true. We create coin with no velocity. Yeah, there's just a position set here. Okay, let's take a look at coins for a second. There should be a body entered. Try collect. All right, so maybe the collision boxes are getting messed up. Let's do visible collision shapes. I don't understand how that'd be the case, though. So the player collision looks correct. Let's go take a bunch of damage. Now we fall down. We go grab a coin. Strange. Yeah, you can still see it happen. It's going to grab the coins from the bottom of the circle. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. All right, let's write this down. It still didn't fix things. The repro is the same. Not sure what's happening myself, though. Turning off physics interpolation doesn't matter. Or doesn't affect the repro. look like they're in the right spot. All right, well, did I ever start writing this new prompt? Because I don't even remember. Yeah, I did. Okay. Then let's go pull this in. I'll delete this for now. What was the bug? I haven't figured it out yet. Oh, if you mean, sorry, what's the symptom of the bug? Not what's the cause of the bug. The problem is that there's this ring of coins. I'll just draw this out because I just changed my setup here. So the player is here, and there is a ring of coins around them. And let's say you walk into one of the coins and you collect like this one, and then you fall. You'll respawn such that there's a new ring of coins around you, and then you also take the same coin even though you're not there. So something's not resetting a position. Hey, Steven. Twitch has live captions. Twitch has had captions for practically ever, I think. Maybe you're talking about the streams captions, but I've even had those for several years now, I think. But maybe it's a new feature that I'm not aware of. Maybe they automatically caption everybody now. I think that would be a nice accessibility feature. All right, well, we now have a new starting piece. Yeah, you could always provide captions alongside the stream. All right, so we see this falling. What I want to check is to take a bunch of damage, spawn our coins, and see if we can get the coins this time. Okay, you can, but only some of them. So we need to make this room even longer. Yeah, I've got to take these walls and put them over here maybe. And let's do this and this and this and this. There. All right, that might help. It might not be enough time. We might need to make it so it ramps up in speed. Basically spawning the coins while the player is still there. Well, we move the player. This is what I don't totally understand. So here we set the player position. Then we spawn coins here. Should be the coin spawning thing, right? No, sorry. There it is. Place red coins in circle. So yeah, we move the player. We place coins in a circle. Although this is slightly different code. Maybe the bug is fixed here. I'll have to try it out. I should probably just start us with 0 coins. Yeah, let me see if I can do that. Starting coin count 0. They're able to take them by slashing, yeah. So it's also possible that maybe their sword has a hitbox somehow. No, well, I guess it is possible. Oh, maybe it needs to move. Yeah, maybe it's from the sword somehow. Should try disabling that collection logic to see if that's the problem. All right, so we're going to fall. It's going to make us spawn some coins. It's not going to make us spawn some coins? Are you kidding me? Oh, I see, because I changed the starting number. Aw, man. All right, let's just put an enemy in the starting room then. Instantiate a... It's got to be something that doesn't move to attack you. Oh, no, it could just be a spike trap. What am I doing? Yeah. Spike trap. I will just put that there. Or up there. Just has to be something that can hurt you. The physics system wouldn't have run yet. It would have to wait a frame. All right, so we're going to take 5 hits from this. We might not be able to take 5 before this thing catches up. No, yeah, we didn't. That's fine. And then we're going to grab this. And then wait. Did this fix the falling coin problem? It did not. Okay, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna go hit by this now. So we want to be at 0. And the point is, I want to see how many of these coins can we collect before the floor catches up. And the answer is not all of them. Maybe you could collect them all if you started on the left side of the circle. But yeah, this is a problem. So yeah, if I start over here. Yeah, okay, I got them all that time. But I also started with 15 coins. I think we just need to slow down the falling floor speed in this room. Yeah. That's too bad. No, let's leave the spike trap there then. Well, actually, no, let's not. Let's put this back to the size that it was. Even smaller than this is probably okay. All right, so I want to change this. Did I change anything over here? Place red coins in circle. We have the new room. We do this. We change how we discover these. Yep. It's good. And then we change where we place the player, right? Yeah, anyway, this is fine. So always use the same starting room. This room... yeah, this room is mostly blank so that you have time to collect coins that may have dropped around you. Still trying to run this. Okay. And let's kick this off. So have this run locally. And we'll say... the falling floor in the Dungeon Racer sub game shouldn't speed up until the player has traveled. We have dungeon save data. We can just check this, right? Where is it? We don't track it? Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I think Dungeon Racer tracks it. Or falling floor might. Yeah, here it is. Start falling before global X. I want to print this out every frame. Yeah. I just want to print it out here. Okay. Hey, Mr. Who Cares? How you doing? Be potential fallback. Instead of drawing a circle, you can have them like a crescent. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, what happened there? What did happen there? I accidentally deleted something. Huh. I don't know how I messed that up. All right, so you just want to see what number this prints out. It should be 0 at first, I think, but maybe it's something higher than that. Oh, right, it's advancing. So we actually don't know how far the player has made it yet. Maybe we set that to 100. Yeah. Shouldn't speed up due to the player having a low coin count until this is at least 100. That way the player has a chance to collect the coins that fell around them after falling. All right, let's put that there. Oh, we have Mr. Who Cares and Mr. Who Man. Hey, you know that? Wow. Hey, Sean. It felt like usage this week was lower. I think on Monday it might have been because they issued a reset after that. But I've just been using a lot of AI. And I'm kind of intentionally trying to burn through it because I have a reset that's going to expire on the 26th. And that's Sunday. I mean, I don't know how much coding I'm going to do tomorrow, maybe none. And if I use none, then this reset doesn't matter whatsoever. So I might as well do everything I can. Actually, I might as well do everything I can on fast mode now, too. But yeah, did this make any progress? I'm not super hopeful about this. And I should probably stop it at some point. Who and who? Manning cares. I had to use my reset because I found a really annoying vulnerability, but I kept thinking it was hacking, not fixing. No, trust me, Codex. I promise. I'm not the hacker. Someone else was. I'm trying to fix it. I wonder how close to done either one of these things is. Reading room 4. Yeah, I just had a printout. Start reevaluates a boundary in case room registration moved the falling origin. What? This might be more than I want it to do. And we have a bunch of little things we got to do still. I think probably we're going to spend the next like 20 minutes on this stuff. Then I want to, I guess we'll probably just ignore this for now, actually. And then we'll add some rooms and we'll do the fun check because I want to get that done by the end of the afternoon. Yeah. Okay, so this is finished and it did it directly inside the branch I'm on. How do you close that? There we go. Coin count, speed increase, global start. Okay, let's go try this out. The code looks fine to me. Except for, wait, let me just read that last part there. Yeah, I think it should be fine. So we got to take damage. I think I deleted the spike trap, didn't I? Yeah, I apparently did. All right, whatever. Let's just go get hit by skeletons then. I'll just speed this up. Okay, so now we should get hit one more time. Good, perfect. And now we should be able to collect these coins at our leisure. We move very slowly. Uh-oh. What does a knight do in charge of me from over there? Oh, man. Okay, that's a different bug. Once they all die, though, it should be fine. That's pretty funny, though. So, yeah, I should be able to collect these. We can see the floor falling, but there is plenty of time, it looks like. And now we're back at 100. Yeah, I think that's probably good. So let's say we take a bunch of damage again. Yeah. This is pretty much perfect timing because for the slower players who don't realize that they have to get them in time, they still have an extra like 7 seconds maybe. I think it's more than enough. Now, let's say you ignore that. Let's say we're over here and we just stand here and take a bunch of damage. And now we just move to the right. So now the falling floor should speed up quite a lot and catch you. I don't know when that'll happen. I got to move 100 pixels first. Or like the floor needs to move 100. Yeah, now it's like, it's moving super fast. Look at that. So yeah, you can't go very far cheating the system. And if we max out our coins and then start running through this, we should eventually hit the end piece. And that should all work the same way it used to. Yeah, here it is. Nice. Hey, Amy. How does the game look so far? Are you asking about something specific? Because I just showed it. Or I showed part of it at least. If you mean like how does it feel? It's feeling pretty good. And progress has been nice. Are the red ones health? So all of the coins are just to control your speed. And the red ones are worth 5 coins. 5 money or whatever. So yeah, the red ones are a little bit more valuable than the other ones. The only one more valuable is yellow, and that's worth 10. When the falling floor is before this X coordinate, we don't allow the speed to increase from having a low coin count. This lets the player pick up the ring of red coins that can drop when they fall. There we go. Wiped out skating today. Got a bit overconfident. Oh no. Did you get hurt? Ask before you showed up. Okay, sorry about that, Mr. Human. Yeah. Hey, man. Codex is still frying SSD. I don't know if I've seen any particular issues myself, although it might just be a long time horizon problem. Seem to make the game harder for bad players and simpler for smart or good players, or am I missing something? Makes the game harder for bad players? I might be missing what you're talking about here, but this is like a mercy mechanic. So when you get hit, let me load this up. Okay. So yeah, when you get hit, you lose some coins. So this hurts bad players, right? Because like they'll get hit a bunch and now they can't move any faster. So they fall down. But after falling, we give you all the coins back pretty much. So now you go pick these up. And now you're moving your normal speed again. So if you just keep getting hit repeatedly and falling and dying, then yes, that is going to be pretty tough. But every so often, you will come across a treasure room. Wait for it. Here. And this is permanent. So like I just got a coin magnet. So now when I stand close to coins, I'll pick them up. There. So I just got a couple. Okay, well I killed like everything. There we go. Yeah, and as long as you can get treasure, you will eventually win. At least I think you should eventually win. There's probably someone who's bad enough that they'll still lose. Yeah. But I'll do playtesting and we'll see. If it ends up being too hard, then we'll just tone things down. I should get the dash boots pretty soon. There we go. So now we can dash. So this will help as well. Because even when you move slowly, you can still dash. And now I'm making it to treasure chests even faster. And I'm intangible now when I dash. So I can't get hit by anything. I can just dash through this zombie. We should maybe tone down the number of coin magnets that exist. Oh, that was supposed to happen. Okay. Hey, Fled. Just scraped. Okay, good. Will that also help on the death coins? I just imagine some players don't understand pickup unless it's maybe made clear. Oh, it'll be apparent to you that you move slower when you get hit. Because up here, before it becomes an endless runner, well, I already have power-ups. Let me just restart it now. Oh, happy 7 streams. Turns out you did know what to say. So yeah, when you are not in the endless runner part, when you're just in the like Zelda part of the dungeon, you should notice that you're moving faster when you collect coins. But if you don't, you'll definitely notice that you drop them when you get hurt. And if you drop enough of them, you will notice your character moving really slowly. And then if you ignore all those coins and try leaving anyway, it's really hard to walk through there. There we go. Then they'll just appear over here. So you'll always know if you see a ring of coins, like you should be getting it. Yeah. not great at this game. They're the bombs you already had. Oh, maybe it does work fine, and it's not until the whole tile has fallen. I don't know. I'm not super concerned about that either. Nay, impossible. You mean nigh impossible? Is that a mirror option? It's like if I level upwards. Oh yeah, that exists. We send these monitor rotators for you. It's just a little Allen wrench. Key it in the back, turn it, twist your whole monitor, and you're set. That's all it takes. I've been spelling it wrong all my life. How often do you say nigh? It's N-I-G-H, by the way. Do you add help code? Yeah, I do VoxT. Yeah, it's just N-I-G-H. Almost archaic. All right, is there anything else I want to do with this? I don't think so. So stop floor from speeding up at the beginning. I wrote a long comment about why within this commit. All right, this one's done. This other one is still not done. Godot is registering the new recovery coin areas before the physics server applied the player's teleport. Visible, transform, and debug collision shape are correct, but the overlap detection still used the pre-fall position. Recovery coins now spawn one physics frame after the teleport. So what, we just have a deferred call here? Yeah, dot fire and forget. So most of this is the same. Let's go commit this. This is fixed dungeon racer respawn. Fixed dungeon racer respawn. Here it is. Automatic merge failed. Yeah, ugh, I was afraid of this. Well, let's take a look. Let's get all the non-conflicting changes. There's just this one. So I probably just want what we did over here. Yeah, and not this. And delete this. There's a problem. We don't have a variable defined now for this. We can just put this. Oh, wait. Oh, this is supposed to be gone from over here. All right. I'm going to back out of this. Discard changes. Yeah. I got a little overzealous with the clicking stuff ahead of time. This isn't needed. This isn't needed. We do need this. All right. Apply that. We should have no problems now. Well, let's go try it out. Track is a banger. Thanks. Yeah, I spent a lot of time after the stream yesterday doing some more. I haven't finished it yet, though. All right, we got to take a bunch of damage. You know the drill. Stand here, get hit. Okay. Now we go try to collect. Oh, they're way over there. No. We can't make it. They're in the wrong spot. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Center global position. Player global position. This is already moved. It should just be the initial player position. I don't think we even need to do anything there. Although this is still shocking to me. Something's wrong. Maybe we should reset this up here. Reminds me of the world's best joke. Interesting. That is a pretty great joke, Ramy. What is it? What is it doing? What in the world? Initial player position, I don't think is even used for anything anymore. Yeah, this is dumb. Dumb and wrong. Dumb and wrong and also dumb, did I say? Yeah, I don't want this. I want this to be at the player's respawn position. Did I make that change in another? It's in the initial room. So this is... Oh, maybe that's the problem. No, that's not the problem. We don't do anything with the first piece. First piece. Wait, what? Oh, was this branched off of something else? No, that doesn't make any sense. I'm missing... Oh, I called it start piece, not first piece. I was going to say. All right, so this is all in the dungeon generator. And then we set the position here and reset their physics interpolation. This is after initializing. How often do we initialize this? Every time we call in an endless dungeon. So setting the player position up here doesn't... It just does literally nothing, right? But after this, we have this that can go here. So delete that. This goes back to player.global position. We hope that this is gray now. It's not. I don't see anything gray. Which means we're still using this somewhere. Ah, yes. Okay, this doesn't matter. And initial camera position, why do we even use this? We set the camera position here. I don't think that's a smart idea. Maybe it's fine. Actually, there might be a one frame gap where it moves. I don't know. All right, well, I really need to make a cheat that just sets me to 0 life. Or 0 coins, I mean. Doesn't take that long, but it's still annoying. All right, so I don't even know where the coins are. But they're not where they should be. Center global position. In the endless dungeon should have set this up, right? Where's this done? It's in a knit, which is here, which is in an endless dungeon. Yeah. So this changes the player's position. What am I missing? What am I missing? It's the wrong spot. Coin dropper. We create the coin in the parent with parent.toLocal. So yeah, we're doing this based on global positions. I think it's that we're then positioning the dungeon piece or something in the wrong spot. I gotta figure this out. Yeah, I've heard of Grill Me. Yeah. Hey, Showboat. I've always hated these positioning things. All right, let's put a breakpoint here. I'm guessing the player is in the right spot and the coins are in the wrong spot. So we just need this to fall. Let's just speed this up. Oh, this doesn't even get invoked? That's not what I expected. Oh, I don't have fewer than 100 coins. It's still not getting hit though. Well, that explains it. we said this to false. Oh, something was supposed to change this and I never did. What was in charge of changing this? We said the false afterward. Oh, I see. A prior thing was in charge of changing it. So this should be put here. Okay, now everything's probably fine. I'm just a dum-dum. Replicate everything. You got to be careful about what you're replicating, especially in a multiplayer game, because typically you only want to replicate a small portion of what's actually in the world. And it's typically just like some state you send so you can synchronize things. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna pick these up. No, go away, zombie. Okay, good. Yeah, so I've only picked up the ones at the bottom right. So we're about to see if the bug is fixed. We fall. And yeah, it's fixed. Nice. Perfect. Okay, I have to take a break. So I'll be back. We'll check this in. I'm going to write down where I left off. I fixed the bug, so I just need to check in. And then we're going to probably make some new rooms here. Yeah, we're going to make some new rooms, and then we're going to do a fun test. That's the main goal for the rest of today, is figure out, like, is this game good? I think it is. As I'm playing it, I'm having fun, so that's pretty much the mark of the test that we're trying to do. But for now, is it jump time? It's jump time. Hello, hello. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Spike. Close the game. IABC. All right, so now we have to check this in. So let's review it and check it in. Yeah, I got rid of this. I'm not really happy with that. We're probably going to delete that at some point. But it doesn't really matter for now. Coin count is less than or equals 0, return. We don't even really need that there, do we? We have it here already. Yeah, I'll just delete this. It's technically an unnecessary await, but like how often will that matter? Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Fix bug with coin collision. I'm still not totally sure what was causing this, except that it told me here. Registering new recovery coin areas before the physics server apply the player's teleport. I don't believe that this is possible. Because if the next physics frame is going to run, it doesn't matter. But the repro was this. Fall such that coins appear in a ring around you. Move to any coin in that ring. And then fall again while you're where that coin used to be. After falling, you would pick up the new coins at the old position. Now we delay spawning the coins by a single frame. Great. Great. Actually, you know what? Camera initial position. Let me take a look at that. Camera of what? Start position? What's it called? Position. No, it is initial position. I'm just searching the wrong file originally. It's not. All right. Where is it? Initial camera. Got it. So if I delete this, does this matter at all? Because I don't think it does. Yeah. Because on the next physics frame, we move the camera anyway. So I doubt it ever matters. Let's try. We're going to fall down over here. Oh, it definitely matters. Okay. All right, roll back. So it is time to make more rooms. Add another skeleton room or two. You know what would be kind of interesting is if there was a room going downward and maybe just had to outrun skeletons. I mean, we already kind of have this with our sideways facing room with the skeletons. Dungeon piece, what is it? 10? No, dungeon piece 9. Which one has the skeletons? Here it is. Yeah, I like this room. If you try fighting the skeletons, you'll probably get hit. If you try going through the spikes, you'll probably get hit. Once you get dashing, it's not hard at all. So yeah, I want another room that has skeletons, but that isn't like crazy challenging. Maybe it's one you're just supposed to run through, even though it has skeletons. And maybe just running through it is what's difficult. Okay, that could be kind of interesting. And we have it face downward. Okay, I like that idea. So let's save this as dungeon piece. What are we up to? 11. I maybe should have given them descriptive names like vertical piece with skeletons or something. But I'm not doing that now. All right, so just wipe out everything. Keep that little section of floor, actually. Yeah. And wipe out all the walls. Good. And go add in. I want it to go downward. We should... let's move it a little bit to the side. So something like this. No, it probably needs even a little bit more. Well, we can keep that there, but we need to move this one. Future me will have to deal with it. Well, future me probably won't care about modifying these rooms at some point. Although if he does, he'll probably still lament that past Adam didn't do anything about it. So here's what I'm thinking for this room. We make it a vertical room. It's got skeletons lining the walls. And you're not supposed to stop and fight them because they're too difficult. So let's go try this. This is probably going to end up being impossible, and I'm going to hate it. There. Now let's get the rest of these walls. And you get down to the bottom here and you leave through the side. Okay. Now we need some boost pads. We need the exit point to be set correctly. We need the floor to actually exist. There we go. We probably want some coins and stuff. This should face down. And this should face down. I think I want one more tile in this room. Fine. Floor. All right, so this is now move there. I put one more wall over here. We move the exit point to the side. Doesn't line up. Now the skeletons have to move. And the boost pads have to move. And then I think we put some coins for greedy people. So the spike traps don't need to exist here. That's fine. We can get rid of those. Yeah, I put some coins like right in front of the skeletons. And two more. And then vary their colors. So green, blue. This one should be blue. This one should be green. This is green, and there we go. So there's our room. I think we got everything, right? Yeah, I think we got everything. Now, do we want to be extra nice and put one more boost pad up at the top like this? There's one tiny problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I did not space these correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might need to extend the room slightly. Yeah. Well, let's try the room out first, and then let's see. Because I don't like that there's different spacing there. Turn that off. There we go. Yeah, so you can just run through and nothing will hurt you. If you try to go actually grab the coins, I guess it's not that hard. Or you could wait for the skeletons to die from the falling wall. I want to try that room again. Yeah, I think that's really cool. I like that. The other thing we could have done is just put them on one wall. This is so cool. Yeah, so now that we have the dash that lets us charge through things, we could just kill those skeletons. How dare you? The room's never going to show up again, is it? It's never going to show up. Hey, we got a shield. Wait, we got the maxed out shield. Oh, right, because I cheated. find it. Yeah. Oh, points. Oh, they don't collide with treasure chests. I wonder if anything does. I had to remember that. Well, we're never finding this. That was my time to test treasure chest with zombies. Alright. Let's just speed through this. No, we can test it here. Yeah, no, there's no collision for them. This is the worst for testing. I need some way of forcing this. Oh, there we go. Kill, yeah, this room is great. Love it. Hey, Saro. How'd your week go? Haven't seen much of you in the last couple days. What did I say? Oh, yeah, everything can walk through treasure chests. Bug. Enemies can walk through treasure chests. It only matters for zombies and knights, though. But if the fix only involves changing a collision layer or masks, then you may as well change it for everything. All right, another skeleton room. Love it. Can we add one more skeleton room? Because we only have skeletons in 2 rooms. What else would we do? We could make a room that's actually an obstacle for them. We could make like an obnoxious room with tons of enemies. No, I don't think we need to do that. We should just add like a skeleton here or there. It doesn't need to be doing a whole lot. Yeah, like one skeleton. That's what we need. A single skeleton room. Dungeon piece 12. All right, what other ideas did I have? Mini slime puzzle, breakable walls, add more rooms. Yeah, I mean, we've already done quite a lot. How about we make an O-shaped room? Yeah, I like that idea. All right, so let's make a path of 4 tiles going up and 4 tiles going down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Wait. If we're going to do this, let's take this. Okay, so we're going to make it go like so. Why didn't this line up? I don't know what I mess up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just go up to here. Is that a symmetrical circle? Not a circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The screen is wider than it is tall, so we should just squash this a little bit. Let's delete that and that. I want to move this entire thing. Hey, JP, what about a single big skeleton? Just a giant skeleton. Travel starts next week, which undoubtedly will add time. But if today ends up being a cozy 8-hour day, I think that's 62 hours. You mentioned, though, that this is what your expectation was ahead of time, right? I appreciate the advertisement. All right. How do we do this? I don't know how we do this. I'm just going to right click everything. Probably should have just moved this to a new layer first. I know how to delete that faster. I just don't know how to do it while keeping what's on my... I guess I could have just pasted it over here, yeah. Because I want this to have maybe just 2 tiles coming off of it. Is that centered? It's probably centered. All right, then we put this over here, and there we go. All right, boost pads, goodbye. Coins, same deal. Skeletons, don't need you. Walls, gotta have you. And you know what we could do? We could be a little bit trolly here and put some coins in the middle like this that you can only get with coin magnet. People think it's a mistake, but it's not. Hey, Goose. Thank you for the mission. I accept. Okay, so now what do we want in this room? This is supposed to be the one skeleton room, but I don't think it's a good idea anymore. I think we should put some zombies in here. Zombie. Put a zombie there and there. And a knight here. And maybe just like one slime patrolling this wall just for fun. Because why not? In fact, actually, it could patrol from top to bottom. So depending on which path you take, it'll be at a different spot, I guess. There. And let's change it to green. Yeah, green. Sure. Color doesn't matter for the slimes. All right, now I want some boost pads, but I don't know how we position these. This room is totally symmetrical. I kind of wanted there to be some asymmetry to it. Let's add some vases. Actually, you know what? If we did it this way. If we like walled this off with the vases. I have to put them closer to the zombies if we're going to do that. This is a lot of extra coins. Which means it's looking like it should be a skeleton room. Do I want a boost pad in here at all? Yeah, maybe one here and one here. And likewise, we'll put them over here. Up and down. And then those two will shift over by 8 pixels so that they're centered. That's pretty good. So we gave you a bunch of coins in the vases. So I don't really see a reason to give you more coins. We'll see how that room feels. And then we'll put the exit point up here. Perfect. And maybe we take these walls out and put... I guess you could slash these with your sword if I take out these walls. But I think the way it is now, you might not be able to slash them with your sword. So yeah, that's the room. Maybe we can put in some spike traps here. They wouldn't even really be there to try to trap you unless you're just holding right. You could use them to stop the zombies. Okay. All right. Now we need our skeleton room. Dungeon piece 13. All right, delete it all. What are we doing? You know, I kind of want. I want a very small room with a single skeleton in the middle. Maybe surrounded by spike traps. Yeah. We are going to try to put you right in the middle. How do we do that? Is that centered? No. That was centered. But now it doesn't look like they're in the middle of a tile. Hmm. It goes back on itself. I think that would be interesting. I think it's a little bit tough for the player, maybe. We could always play test it. So position 208. All right, now to fill in the walls here. You can't just have a room with a skeleton. It's got to have some reward in it. Coins. And I'll put boost pads in the corners here. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Okay. So I'm pretty happy with the number of skeletons we have now. So I think we can cross this off. Mini slime puzzle. By the way, am I on the right branch? Yeah. Mini slime puzzle. I like this idea. You have to kill the correct color to unlock the door and be able to move on. But it's not really in line with a gotta go fast theme. I think what we'd have to do is make it like you kill the right slime and it gives you a bunch of coins. Yeah. The breakable walls make more sense here. It would remind you of bombs too. People might forget that. Did I save a new puzzle piece? I don't even remember. Yeah, I did. Because I had lucky number 13 and now we have lucky number 14. Okay, I kind of want a monster-free room. I wonder what a vase on top of spikes would look like. Does it look stupid? It looks like it would probably break the vase. So even if it doesn't look bad, it doesn't make much sense, right? I mean, looks wise, it's okay. Because I was thinking of just putting a line of vases and some spikes there. Well, we could always try it. But we need to have a different room shape than what we do right now. Is there a way to see... What's this button do? Oh, nice. Yeah, unfortunately, the camera doesn't really fit everything there, so I can't see which pieces we have. We have one going diagonally down into the right. We have one going up. Yeah, I guess let's just fudge the shape of this one. Oh, we should just fudge everything, right? No, I never made a room with a dead end yet. Well, once you learn that that's the dead end room, you would never go down there again, I guess. But yeah, we could put it down here. You could put some coins down there. Yeah, I like that idea. We got to make sure the camera can't actually see down there. And then we'll put a couple of valuable coins. Red one there and a red one there. And maybe their boost pad's going in the opposite direction, so you can leave it fast enough. Up, up. And maybe even one in the middle. I like that idea. Working path. Yeah, I've already got a room that's kind of like that. At this point, we're just adding kind of random stuff because I don't think it matters too much. So yeah, your tendency would be to go to the right, and that would get you through this room, I guess. Maybe I'll put a bunch of spikes in here. In fact, maybe we'll just put the vases next to the spikes. So we'll put this like that, 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 that. There. All right, 0.125 times 0 times 1 times 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then some vases throughout. I don't really know what the purpose of this room is. But there we go. And then we just set an exit point. And we do -8 +8. All right, cool. Put a vase in between 4 spikes. So once you can dash, nothing's really that big of an obstacle. Oh, here's the skeleton room that you can just bypass. I like that, actually. It throws the... Oh, can that still hit you? Wait, what? That doesn't seem right. I want to see that again. Can it hit you when you're over here? Yes. It can't hit you when you cross over? Oh my god. Come on, throw it. No. Alright, that's too bad. Oh, they can get stuck on treasure chests. They just don't tend to. Huh. Hey, Preetish. What am I building? I'm making a game called Stuck in a Broken Tutorial. Oh, the pillars don't fall. Alright, well, that's another bug that I just never saw before this. They don't always walk through. This is probably just an issue with Y sorting. Bug, pillars don't fall with the floor. You can hide each other for performance. It's not just for performance, because we don't need them to be pieces for that. We could always dynamically trim them if we wanted to. But it's more for the sake of just having an interesting dungeon for you to go through. That way each piece is coherent on its own. Yeah, this is good. So you can't see these red coins unless you come down here, and then coming back up is fast enough. Actually, I really like this room. It's kind of cool. I feel like we should put a little something extra here. Maybe a slime. Yeah. Slime could go in this room. It would not be unwelcome. So we could put a slime traversing to here, and then another slime going up. And this one can be blue. All right, I'm still not totally sure what happened with the skeleton, though. It looks like they can't throw their bones through dungeon pieces. I'm not certain that's what's happening, though. Maybe they just have a limit to how far they throw them. I guess it's kind of hard to test. For one, I got to find a skeleton. Although they should be there roughly a quarter of the time. Got him. Oh yeah, here it is with the slimes. I like this. I think this is good. I even just got hit right there. Yeah, all right. I like that room. I think it's pretty nice. So yeah, what's happening? We can get hit this far away. Yeah, the bones definitely disappear across those segments. That's probably just an issue I'll solve later. Let me write this down. Oh, I already had this written down. It still exists. Yeah, okay, cool. Is your game hosted? This is going to be a single player game. It's not playable anywhere yet. I've only been working on it for about 4 months, and I will probably have another like year and a half at least of development. The game is really a collection of sub games. So the very first entry point is a platformer. And you work your way through this game and through a bunch of other games, and then eventually get to this one that we're working on now. I thought you used GitHub issues. It's just slightly heavier weight than a Google Doc, to the point where I don't think it provides a lot of value. But I do like using it once we have like multiple team members working on something. All right, let's go over to here. So if you just walk to the right, I think that's fine. Okay. No. That is a lot of coins. Oh, okay. This room just rammed into that knight. All right, now I know the trick though. It's don't take that boost pad. Gotcha. The slime tricked me. Yes, this is great. This is wonderful. Great room design. Love it. No notes. Cool. All right, throw a bone at me. Yeah, so it does still hit you. Good. Just making sure. Is that a treasure room I see? Why do they just run into the vases like that? Like, I'm not rebaking the navigation mesh. Or that the zombie doesn't know about it? I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I think they're just parented to the wrong node. God. These rooms are harder than I thought. Yeah, there's a gratuitous amount of boost pads everywhere. I think it's good. So now I can ram into enemies. Oh no, I can walk through enemies. My bad. Intangibility is the first one. Not damaging. Coins. All right, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Did I do the art? Hey, Snickerdoodle. No, I did not. I do not do any art. I did the music. I did the game design. I did a lot of the code. Though to play only if it's free. No, this is going to be a paid game. I don't know what the price will be, but it'll be, like I said, probably about a year and a half or 2 years from now. So if you save $1 every month, you will almost certainly have more than the game costs. So start socking it away. Hey, Tyrant King. It disappeared? Yeah, it disappeared. That's a problem that I know about, though, and I need to fix. So I do feel like we need some more rooms. I mean, I don't have any, like, great ideas for other rooms, so let's make Dungeon Piece 15. And we got to call it at some point when it comes to making new rooms. So I don't know, maybe we get up to like 17. Because even though I say I don't have any ideas and I start making these rooms and it's like, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I only have so many tools to use here though. So let's delete all the spike traps. Let's delete everything. We already have rooms you just get through pretty quickly. I think I want another short room with something in it. Yeah, I think I want another short room. What do we want in here? You know what? I know what I want. I want it to just be this. And why is W not working? There we go. And put a vase or two in here. And maybe a boost pad in the middle. Or maybe a boost pad just there. Yeah. What about that? Not bad. Tiny room. Dead end, a room where you have to get back before it ends. I mean, we have a dead end in whatever that other piece was that I made. Dungeon piece 12, I think. No, 14. Yeah, this one. This has a dead end, and you can't tell it's a dead end when you go here first. But to be a little bit more generous to the player, you can come out of it with these boost pads. Like a literal Easter egg. I don't have an Easter egg graphic. Also, I think it might confuse the player. They'd be like, what is this thing for? So I just added 15. This is 15. I guess let's make another one. 16. Delete these. We have, I don't have very many large rooms. We should make another large room. There we go. Well, maybe not super large. And maybe off the top of this, we put some vases or something up here. Is this centered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. And then that. Actually, you know what? This could leave through here. Yeah, I like that. All right, now we need some walls. Cool. Now I need the exit point. And then we actually need something in the room. So I guess since down is not the correct way to go, well, we already kind of did that before, right? So maybe we should put the entryway down below. Yeah, I like that idea. Delete these, put these here. Delete this, put this here. Move the exit point down by, what is that, like 8 tiles? Hey, exactly 8 tiles. Wow. Good for me. Here, multiple exits? No, because of how the dungeon piece generation works. We'd have to recode that, and it's just not worth it. The other thing too is you need to make sure that they don't collide with one another. So like, let's say an exit here and an exit here, and then you generate 2 large pieces, they'd overlap. A rare pony. Random Easter egg from Skeletal Interface. So the prior game is like a direct reference to Skeletal. So I don't think we'll probably put something else in here. The other thing is these pieces can show up a lot of different times. So like this is the Skeletal game inside of here. And you get items and you sell them in your town. The difference being that you set prices. But then yeah, you get perks and stuff. The other thing is any Easter egg that's on one of these puzzle pieces, you might see like 14 times in a run, and it kind of would diminish the Easter egginess of it. All right, so I want to put a bunch of vases up here. And like one spike trap just in the middle of these. Then down at the bottom, I want to put monsters there. And we'll put a skeleton over in the corner here. You're not even really supposed to go over there. Boost pad. Let's put one entering the room. And we should maybe have one leaving the room to make it more obvious. We could have them going away from these sections. Actually, this could be a trolley one going downward. Yeah, although I want to lower it a little bit if I do that. Yeah, so this is bad. If you get stuck there, too bad for you. What we could do is we could put a very valuable coin down there, a yellow coin, which I put very rarely in this dungeon. Let's put that there. All right, and then I think one knight in the middle of the room. This is not perfectly aligned. Oh, that was supposed to be -8. I meant to type. There we go. Now it's perfectly aligned. And then as long as we're doing that, let's put some coins around him maybe. Green coin there. Green coin there. I'll put some up here too. This is just outside the range of the knight. Maybe we'll make this one blue to attract you down toward the bottom where the zombies will see you. Yeah, in fact, if we put that there, then the zombie will come get you. We'll put this one in too. And you know what? Let's put a red one right there. So this room has quite a lot of money in it. And let's make it symmetrical just for my sake there. Perfect. Cool. All right. Neat. Got another room. All right, I said one more. Is Godot better than Unity? I think you need to say what qualifiers you're using for better. So like Godot is open source. If you care about it being open source, it's better than Unity. Godot has no licensing fees or anything. I think there are probably, from a technical aspect, there are probably ways that someone might like one editor over the other. And then there are some that are probably just objectively like Unity is better or Godot is better. I'm using Godot. I like it more than Unity, but I also haven't given Unity a shot in many years. They have an equal chance of being spawned? Yeah, they do. The rare loot rooms are the treasure rooms. Those do not have an equal chance of being spawned, and they give you power-ups. So we're going to go make one more piece. I think 17 is probably a good amount. We've got enough large rooms. Let's make a medium-sized room now. So we're going to delete all of this, delete all of this. I want a room with like 1,000,000 spikes. Spikes are the only thing you can't destroy, but you can dash through if you have intangibility. So let's mediumize this room. What am I doing? There. And shave off like one tile there and one tile there. And we'll have you leave probably through the top of this one. There. Walls, we got to go remove all of them. And then draw them back in. Okay, as written or as drawn, there's no reason to go down here. Oh, you know what we could do? I never actually thought about this. You could put some stuff. Well, I guess coin magnet makes this a lot easier to get, but I could put some rare coins in there. Now let's move that to the side. Yeah. Now we are going to litter this room with spike traps. Yeah, fine. Let's put that over there. You could technically get this through the wall from over here if you have coin magnet. But yeah, we need way more spikes. Way more spikes. I think we're going to do something like this. Although if we are going to do this, this is going to be a pain to set up. Then we should probably change the arrangement at the bottom here so that these are also angled. Draw them like that. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. No, let's just continue the line that we've drawn up there. Yeah, let's delete this and this. And just make this trap be over here. Oh, there was another one hiding underneath. Not anymore. How many more of these things do I have to draw? Can't be more than 7 now at this point, right? Is that off by 1? No, I think that's correct. No, it should be there. There. All right, so they'll all spawn at the same time. I have not changed their delays. We could change each line's delay. So it's 10 to 18. Okay, we make this 0.125. Then we change this to be 0.25. Then we change these to be 0.375. And then these to be 0.5. This might not actually be a difficult room. Also, there's like no benefit to doing this room, so we got to add some other things in here. I think vases are a good complement to spikes because they block you from moving. But if you destroy them, then they have a reward in it. And then let's put some coins down at the bottom because there's no point in going over here either. And then some coins just throughout to make it a little bit more amenable for you to run through this. Now, if you really wanted to be trolly, we'd just put a bunch of boost pads all over. Send you into the spikes. I want to Sudoku these coins. Yeah. There. Fully Sudoku'd. Can you use AI for coding in Godot? Yeah, you can. And that's one of the ways that I think it lends itself better to doing than Unity, because in Unity, or in Godot, sorry, you have like plain text scene files. I gotta delete the floor from here. What am I doing? What am I doing? There we go. Is there any overlap? No. Okay, let's go try it. This room is probably not fun. Oh my goodness. They probably shouldn't drop so many coins. Oh, interesting room. Okay. Oh no, it just walked into me. Oh my god. All right. Yeah. I really like this room. Okay, yeah. The skeleton is very easy to kill, and it's just one of them. Pretty good. probably need to tone that down a bit. Love this room. Yep. Just trying to get him hit by the spikes. I am screwing this up. There. Took a bunch of damage for that. Third time's a charm, right? Oh yeah, the yellow coin. Ooh, the spike room. Honestly, this is not that hard. Maybe I should add... A skeleton would probably be... Oh, this doesn't connect. Well, that's a mistake. Exit point is supposed to be up here. How do we change this room and make it a little bit harder without making it crazy? I think slimes would be a good idea, and maybe one skeleton. We put one skeleton down here guarding this coin. Hang on one second. I just got a phone call. Hey, hang on one second. I'll be right back. Wait, am I louder than I just was? There is. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll just take my break now. My wife called. I want to make sure she's okay. So, is it jump time? It's jump time. Okay, everything's fine. Close the game. My wife has been sick with a cold or something. I don't know what. And yeah, the sickness was like almost gone and it's not totally gone. Close the game. And I actually wonder if I'm getting sick now. I've been trying to like quarantine myself, but there's only so much you can do when you live in the same place as someone who's sick. And man, one of the things that this doesn't matter. It's gonna talk about dish towels. I probably should have replaced them sooner. Okay, so we added in a skeleton. I think I was talking about adding in slimes. I'm probably going to stream for another like maybe half hour or so. I streamed for 3 hours and 20 minutes in the morning. So yeah, that'll bring us to like roughly 6 hours. I just want to make sure I can take care of my wife. So let's add in a slime. Now, slimes don't have any interaction with the spikes, so I can't make them walk over spikes, but we can add them to some parts of the room. And I don't want there to be any red slimes in this room. We have too many red slimes. So this one will be blue. And we'll add another one. And this one will also be blue. And I'll put one here that is green. Actually, that's a little bit unnecessary. We'll put it there. Yeah. Okay. So we got all our new rooms. By the way, even trying to use AI again, like I did not really accomplish my goal. We're at 8%. I have a reset expiring in 2 days. I should really figure out something with this. Yeah. I don't think we need to do this. I don't think that's a problem. This I'll just put on my stream of consciousness note. I want to do my fun check. All right, let's copy this up to here. Today. Dungeon Racer Thoughts, which I probably won't need anymore. Is there anything else I want to do? I think it's just checking these rooms. So yeah, we can go test it out, right? So let's start it from the beginning. Let's go to flow control flags. In fact, if we want, we can start it even sooner than that. We can go into the loot boxes game. Although this is trivially easy to leave this game. Let me just walk down here. That's a very loud sound, by the way. All right, so now we're in the Dungeon Racer game. Did I ever mean for these to even be here? 7 yellow coins? I don't think I did. And they make you move a lot faster. I think maybe we should apply stats suggestion. Where was it? Yeah, here. Should we do this? You make a serpentine line of coins and move slow from the get-go. They then collect them as gamers are programmed to do and directly see that the coins make them move faster. The thing is, if they don't collect them, we have a big problem. We could force you to collect them. We could make a hallway where, excuse me, where you have to walk through them. If they don't collect them, the game will be quite bad because you'll move very slowly. Do we have other colored coins? I think we had silver and bronze or something. Where are the coins? They're in here somewhere. Yeah, here they are. Yeah, I used all the colorful ones. We did not use the silver and bronze ones. Yeah. Hey, interface. Having now done several coding projects with AI myself, also have decades of software engineering. Do you have the same feeling as someone not feeling super comfortable at the code base, even though you review every bit? It doesn't feel as familiar and comfortable. Yeah. I think that if I want to make a change now, there's a certain level of understanding I need to do. In that sense, though, it's not dissimilar from code that I wrote a year and a half ago. A lot of times when I go back to code that I wrote and I like thought through and had no AI help whatsoever, I'm still like, what was I thinking? So you're just getting to that point sooner, I'd say. Like code that you wrote a week ago now feels like code that you wrote without AI a year and a half ago. Yeah, I think the way I kind of think about this is there are human-owned code bases and there are AI-owned code bases. And the AI-owned code bases are things like if there's one person and 5 million lines of code, like that's owned by AI, right? Human-owned code bases are every single code base until like 3 years ago, and now you obviously kind of understand what that means. But I think you can have like AI-assisted human-owned code. And in this case, I think you probably need to give your AI guidelines for code maintainability by a human. So small classes, small functions. And one of the things that I see this game doing here is we now have 800 lines of code in this class. Now, granted, if I had written this class, I probably also would have done this, but for different reasons. It would have kind of been laziness on my part and just, oh, it's easier to throw a function into this one mega class than it is to put it somewhere else. And it is all related to this file. It's just, we could split this up a bit, and probably we should to make it easier to understand what's where. So I want to do some amount of inspection there. Like if I give the AI some instructions, hey, avoid these mega classes, figure out where you can break them down. And I've tried this in the past and it comes up with like some ways. Maybe I should tell it, here, let me actually write this down. Ideas for the prompt. Like I want to reduce the number of lines in a way, like the main goal is to improve maintainability by a human. Part of how we gauge this is by how many lines we reduced from the mega files in a sensible way. So not just making partial classes or converting every function, like making every function static and moving it to a new file, but rather coming up with proper abstractions and extracting I don't know, classes with differing responsibilities. Yeah, anyway, we'll do that some other time. All right, so what do I still have here? Bug pillars don't follow the floor, adding more rooms. Oh yeah, right, the stats wrath, this thing. So yeah, if you don't collect them, it'll be bad. If we force you to collect them, it may not feel like a Zelda-y game. I think we're gonna just leave it how it is. Yeah. So I'll put this over here for now. I don't think I'm going to go with this because I think it'll be apparent enough to the player. Also, we do need forced tutorial bits in the game, so maybe a sign should just tell you this. Hey, Wix. Even before the AI era, not just write entire programs in a single file. Yeah. Yeah, I think, if you ever have these mega files, I think they might make sense to you. I think they're harder for a team to work with, especially once you start getting merge conflicts. And that's where splitting them up is more important. There are even a couple of Twitch streamers who tend to work with mega files, and it's like, yeah, I think because they're doing mostly solo coding projects. But yeah, if you worked with other people, I think having a 40,000 line file is a big no-no. Yeah, someone linked that video already. I still have to watch it. Yeah. One of the things that I've kind of felt, not exactly pressure, but some amount of pressure maybe, is I feel like I can move forward so quickly that I don't like stop and look sideways sometimes. A weird way of phrasing it. But yeah, like this person's skills that you're talking about, this Matt, I've got a video. It's 18 minutes long. I should probably watch it. I should probably go look through the skills. I should probably try this stuff out. But that amount of time that I just mentioned would probably take an hour or two. I could spend an hour or two working on the game. But this has always been my problem. So yeah, I gotta come up with something there. All right. So what did I realize with this? I realized the yellow coins, and then I said, why did I put those there? I think we're gonna delete them because I don't think it makes sense to have just coins floating there in the dungeon. What we should probably do is put some little cracks here and there just for visual interest, not because the floor is bombable or anything. Just make it look more like a dungeon. There. All right, so room 1 done. Room 2, and we have some vases, and vases drop coins. It won't be obvious what the coins do, but once you get to this part, it might be a little bit more obvious. Should we put some spike traps in here or something? No, I think it's fine. All right, room 2. Room 2 already looks pretty good. Yeah. Room 3. We got the slime spawner. Let's put some coins in here. There's no reason why we can't put a couple in. Wait, what? Is this room not centered? Or is it just this line being bright that's throwing me off? No, I'm just being stupid. Never mind. Room 4. Oh, wait, we should vary the room or the floor here too, right? There. Put a few of these down. Okay. And then room 4, I think, is already probably pretty good. I don't think we need all this section on the right side. Could probably just delete that entire thing. Yeah. There. Yeah, it's probably good. Okay. A lot of pressure at work to figure out AI path. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to look into it. The other thing too is when you're on the $20 a month plan and you're using it pretty much every day, you don't have a lot of extra tokens to go explore this stuff. It's like, it's nice to try out a workflow with method A and then again with method B and see which one you like better. But when it's repeated work using a shared resource, it's less enticing. All right, so add more rooms. Yeah, let's just do the add more rooms part. I added what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I could just count the file numbers. All right, so I added 7 new rooms. I like a lot of them. Emoji. There. Okay, now improve some of the existing rooms. Improve some existing rooms. These are very minor improvements, like changing coins around, changing some tiles, and removing some unnecessary area. All right, did I have something else that I wanted to do before I looked at anything here? Oh yeah, the pillars falling. Let's just give that to AI to do really quickly. Make pillars in the Dungeon Racer sub game fall with when the floor falls from under them. I will set this to medium. This should be pretty simple. Wait, what? What did that just say? You have a new rate limit reset available. What? What? They give a new reset? No, what are they talking about? What's that message that just popped up? Huh. Sync the coin animations? The coin animations are intentionally async across rows. So as long as 2 coins are in the same row, they should have the same animation. And AWMs. Also, another thing I realized is I am getting $10 of credits for JetBrains AI, which I just really haven't been using. And I could use this for Claude, for example. And even if that gets done with like 1 feature, it might be worth trying. Because, yeah, you can see I used 1 penny. Should probably look into that. All right, so this should be done. It should have been like a 1-line change pretty much. It's just building and testing. But, yeah, it should just be an is pillar in here, right? Yeah. I think that's probably it. Okay, I want to do a fun test. We're going to try this out. We're going to see, is the game fun to play? So we're going to just play this as a regular player would. So yeah, as a regular player, I'd probably blow up that face and this one too. Be like, oh, coins mean something. I probably wouldn't kill all these because I'd be like, too hard. Let's go down here. I think we need a special stair entering sound that is not what we have. It's just not convincing. Need a sound for entering the stairs. The one we have isn't great. I wouldn't even realize that there was a switch under there if I were playing this for real. But I would see that this is open, and I would go in there. Now I'd get here, and I think this room is probably problematic. I'd be like, oh, slimes, let me start killing them. I would probably not notice that the fire just lit up there. I would see these spawning infinitely, though. And then maybe I'd see the banners at the bottom. I don't know. Yeah, we gotta playtest this and see how people feel. So here I'd probably try destroying this. You can't. I'd see this over here, it'd catch my eye, I'd move over here. Whoop, almost stepped on the spikes. Press minus for details. Bombs. Press A to place a bomb. Bombs hurt everything in an explosion, including you. Neat! Alright, so if I put this over here, nothing happens, right? Oh, I'd see the stairs over there, and I'd be like, whoa, what's happening? And maybe I'd try running away from this? I don't know. Then I'd be like, what in the world has just happened? I think we toned down how many coins those guys give you. They're just too easy to kill. I don't know how many people will try using their bombs on it, though. They might just try attacking, which you can kill them by attacking. So they just take 5 hits. Maybe if you kill them with bombs, they drop fewer coins. I'll write this down. What happens if they run out of bombs? You can't run out of bombs. They recharge every, like, 5 seconds or something. Also, hi, Campbell Soup. What did I just say? Oh, yeah. Knights probably shouldn't drop so many coins. We should just randomize it with percentages. Yeah. I love this idea for a game, by the way. I just think this is so cool. Oh god. Spikes are everywhere. Wow. Yeah, what a brutal room. Wow. Yeah, very brutal. I probably lost like 40 coins in that room. But we made it to a treasure room. We get the coin magnet. And because of how many coins these things are dropping and how often treasure chests come about, you just need to get to 400 coins and then you can spawn the ending sequence. So if you're good at the game, you kind of rob yourself of the rest of the fun of this game. Which is part of the reason why knights probably shouldn't drop so many coins. Oh, that's the new room. I hadn't seen that one before. Like, I'm going through and collecting all these. I don't know if other players would. Try and stop me, skeleton. Try it. We've almost made it to 400 and we've only gotten 2 treasure chests. Now we're at 400? No, those only give you 5. Oh, another treasure chest. Oops. Alright, now we're at 400. So if we go through another few rooms, we should see the final part of the game. Do it. I took damage. We do not see the final part of the game. Ah, here it is. Yeah, the ending should have rarer coins, I think. Yeah. So I do think that's fun. Do I use C#? Yeah, this is using C#. Hey, Arcadia. Okay, so let's check this in. I didn't actually test this. We should probably go test it really fast. Yeah, let's try it out. Okay, we just gotta get... Let's upgrade everything. We gotta get to a pillar. Whoops. Oh, man. I need to do that. Well, we could just die. Yeah, we could just die. And we need to do that one more time. There we go. Now we have fewer than 400 coins. So I just got to make it to the next treasure chest. There we go. And now we wait for this room to fall. And we should see everything in this room fall. Nice. And there goes the treasure chest. I wonder if you could still access it even after it's fallen. I should make sure you can't. Gotta go find another treasure chest. Here we go. Okay. So we gotta let this thing fall. And we're gonna move close to it right when it's fallen. Okay, no, you cannot access it. Good. Yeah, we gotta change the rarity of coins afterward now. How dare you? Oh. Very cool. Make pillars fall with the floor. What text editor I'm using? This is Rider. I've got a bunch of commands, which will take a little bit of time on YouTube. All right, we got to check this into at some point. Start dungeon racer in regular mode. All right, we said we fixed that. Knights shouldn't drop so many coins. Let's go take a look at that. Coin. Drop knight coins. So it was 2 red and a blue. That's 13 coins. I think we should randomize it, and it should be somewhere between 5 to 10. But why am I writing the code for this? This is why we have AI. We don't have any like drop random, do we? No. So what is this? It says you have a new rate limit reset available, but I didn't actually see one. Did they grant a new? No, they didn't. What does this mean? C resets. Oh, does it just mean my monthly billing cycle ended? Because I don't actually have a different limit here. Yeah, weird. I think it just means that the billing cycle reset. Limit resets on July 28th. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to figure this out. Yeah, the coupons I know about, but I already had 3 of those. And they expire at the dates I already had written at the beginning of my my to-do list. Hey, Ocleus. It said 3 resets. No, I know about the resets. So these were here. Like the dates 26, 31, and 12. I had these written even before I started today. Yeah, 26, 31st, 12th. So like it's telling me a message as though something changed, but I don't think anything actually changed. Yeah, I don't know what this is about then. All right, let's just close on that. I think it's shown periodically. Yeah, it's just weird that it says you have a new one. If it just said you have resets that you haven't used, I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I know about those. Which, by the way, would be nice of it to advertise. I think that's fine. So Drop Night Coins currently drops 13 coins worth of coins. I wanted to drop a random amount between 5 and 10. It should... Maybe a better way of doing this is just say drop up to 2 blues and up to 4 greens. Should do this. I should just change the code myself then. This is easy enough to do. I don't know why I'm even explaining it. Whoops. Meant to type night. So we say num blues equals random.share.next int min and max. I don't know if these are inclusive or exclusive. Returns within exclusive upper bound and I'm guessing inclusive lower bound. But we got to make sure it drops at least 1 coin. So maybe it drops 1 to 2 blue coins. It's exclusive though, so 1 to 3. And then number of greens is 1 to 4. And then we do num blues blue and num greens green. There. Let's go test that really fast. Hey Matt, hey Method. Leave one label and call it a day. Darn tootin'. Man is adding lots of code. Man has made a lot of improvements to this game. Although now that you're going to be a tester, you should probably not look at any of them. Alright, well, let's go take a look. Hang on one sec. There's no actual secrets. And you can watch if you want to. I don't want you to feel like you can't be a stream viewer anymore. Ooh, I'll take those. Maybe we make the coin total that you should try to get to 500. And so, oh, nice. Here's a knight. Okay, so let's kill this knight. And it should drop somewhere between... How much is that? 8? It should drop between, what did I say? 4 and 10, I guess. Which is not actually what I wanted originally, but that's probably good. They drop more than the other enemies do. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. So fast. I wonder how many coins I even got through knights the first time. There's a knight down here. You can kill this and see what it drops. It also dropped 8. It's just a coincidence, right? Time to use my coincidence checking machine. Which is called not being able to attack this thing. Okay, that time it dropped 5. I meant to do that. So anyway, there. Problem solved. Extremely choppy and robotic game sound for some reason this run. It's not affecting my mic though, right? Because this happened before and I couldn't figure out what was doing it and I restarted. It was Fruity Loop Studio at the time and that fixed it. Oh yeah, I think this game is great. I am very happy with how this turned out. Make knights drop fewer coins. They used to always drop 13. Now they drop 4 to 6 plus 14. Yeah, 4 to 10. I'm just making sure I did the numbers correctly. Yeah, so the average that they'll drop now is 7. So I've roughly cut it in half. I think this is a good change. Nice little balance change. Gonna get full gameplay after the tutorials are fixed. Man, I think, it would definitely be a skill to take a game for Stuck in a Broken Tutorial and make it into a full game. Because even this one, this is probably the closest one so far to a full game. I don't know exactly what you'd do. You'd probably add in bosses, you'd add a shop or something maybe. You'd probably add different abilities like a boomerang and yeah, different attacks and stuff. But so maybe this one lends itself better, but like the loot boxes game, for example, I don't know. I don't know how you'd build this out. I think you just make it an incremental game with a bunch of trash. I don't know. What was I doing? All right, so this is done. Yeah, I have the other room ideas. I'll write these over here too. Room ideas. Keyword dungeon piece. All right, so this part's finished. And I was saying I think we maybe make it so you need to get at least 500 coins before you can win. I think that's a good idea. Ending coin count 500. Require 500 coins from the player. Man, what I want to do, and I don't know how to do this, is I want to simulate being worse at the game. Maybe I should just make it drop inputs or something. I'm not trying to brag. I played this so much now. And I know how the pieces are laid out and like what dangers there are and how far away from the slimes to stand. Maybe I should just say every 3 rooms I take a hit. Yeah. So I should get hurt in this room. Whoops. Okay, that time was accidental. Yeah. So now we wait another couple of rooms. Sorry, it's just so funny to me. Alright. Alright, so we get hit in this room. Oopsie daisy. Alright, that just keeps moving upward. Nice. Okay. Hey, Complex. Mirror map about y-axis to disorient myself? Yeah, that would probably work. Okay, so here I'm not paying attention. I fall down. If you don't get a power-up from the treasure chest, though, then this doesn't help you at all. Which is something I probably need to start thinking about. Yeah, like what happens if a player can't make it to a treasure chest? Only so many mercy timers I could add. Messed that up. Got it that time. I dropped a lot of coins. No, right. The stupid room. I actually got hit for real. Oh my god. What am I doing? Alright, all I need to do is embody the bad gamer. Actually, when zombies are chasing you and you're not going at least a certain speed, it's really hard to kill them. Nice. Yeah, this room has too many coins. I think that's the issue. Like, that one in the middle does not need to be a yellow coin. Maybe I'll change it and then playtesters will complain. Alright, now we finally got the dash boots. This is what I think changes the game completely. And also probably why I should dictate the power-up order. Because if you do get coin magnet first, I think it puts you in a worse position. But yeah, this is just nuts. I just got like 40 coins. Alright. Okay, I was purposely slowing down there. I was not purposely getting hit. Trying to get him to hit this. Got him. Alright, this makes me intangible now when I dash. I can dash through skeletons and stuff. I say as I walk into spikes. And I can hurt things as I dash through them. I feel like I want a ranged attack. Alright, so let's act like we got a little bit further here. Oh, no, let's not actually. Can you drop a bomb and keep running? You can, but timing is just really hard. Does JetBrains have to pay for a license? You can use it, I think, for open source projects for free and for personal use for free. But commercially, you need a license. JetBrains actually gave me licenses. And gave me licenses to give away, if you're interested. Alright, there we go. Honestly, even without making more than 1 minute of music, it's already pretty decent. Ooh, it's ramen time. Radon, thanks for the resub. Happy 20 months. Yeah, much appreciated. Bombs are too strong. Bombs are supposed to be one-hit kill attacks. And interface, thank you too. That's very nice of both of you. This is not intended to be a very hard game, just to be clear. I think setting this to 500 coins might have been a mistake. It's not that it's a struggle exactly. And now I should get the shield, right? Yeah. So the shield makes it so that instead of losing 20 coins per hit, I lose 17. So now, even if you're bad at the game, hopefully you start accruing coins. Yeah. I think I want the 4th level of coin magnet to be even stronger. Yeah. I want to make it even stronger. Alright, I want to get to the end of this, so let's go do that. And then I need to lower the night coins and make coin magnet stronger. Night coins, coin magnet. Alright. Gotta remember that. Ooh. Good. Nice. Ignore all of that. Ignore that. Alright, we're almost at the 500 coin threshold. Oh, I keep talking about changing. Okay, hang on, I gotta change one of them too. Let me write this down. Oops, I meant to pause that. Oh my god, what is going on? Okay, night room needs no yellow coin. End room needs more valuable coins. That was the other thing. Coin magnet level 4 should be better. Hey, Kavino. The yoinks like. You're gonna start a new genre. Imagine people calling games yoinks like. You see Sharp when I tried VS Code. Felt very heavy on my potato laptop. Now I'm confused about which text editor is light, but syntax highlighting works. VS Code should be good for that. If it's not, I wonder if it's just the laptop's on its way out. Because your options are pretty much like Rider, VS Code, Visual Studio, or like just a text editor. Like you could have Vim with just some syntax highlighting or something. Or any of the Vim flavors. I mean, I know Vim can do more than that, but you know, if your laptop can't handle it, you can turn everything else off. All right, so now we're moving super fast. Feels good. Feels like we're getting a treasure chest fast. And now we should hit the end segment. So the next time it would generate rooms, it will generate the end. Yeah, here we go. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Why didn't I see you at Godot? I was always walking behind you. I wanted to see if you would catch on and you just never looked back. Cavino's an always going ahead kind of guy. Excelsior. That's his motto. Hey, Sammykins. To pay for it, do you plan on selling a game while using it? That makes me sad. Like I said, I got some licenses I can give away. Just join Discord. Yeah, I'll write this down. I knew I felt someone breathing down my neck. Like, why is my neck so warm? It's slightly moist. You need a mobile dehumidifier for your next GodotCon. How was it, Cavino? And hey, Psychowart. Oh, God. Can you imagine? All right, I got to do these 3 things. Night room needs no yellow coins. Yeah, so I think this is probably a good change. Let's do this. And let's go into the night room, which I don't even know what it's called. Maybe 8? Nope. 7? Nope. 6? 9? Yeah, there it is. All right, so we want to reduce this by a bit. What do we do? If we change this coin to, where is that coin? If we change this coin to red, we're cutting out 5 coins in this room. That alone is already a good change. And maybe we delete this from here so you can tell which direction the boost arrow goes. Or maybe not. Maybe we delete the green ones. Where is the green one? There it is. And the other one is coin 5. Yeah. All right, so we've removed 7 coins from this room. It's pretty good. End room needs more valuable coins. Yep, that one's easy to do. So we generate coins here according to like 40% are going to be green, and then 30% are blue, and then 20% are red, and the rest are yellow. I think we invert this. So you only get valuable coins. Or maybe we just swap a couple of them. You can't even really tell which color coins you're getting. I just wanted the numbers to go up faster. Yeah, so maybe red, green, like that. Yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine. Neck breathing simulator. Lots of super useful talks. Overall skill level of developers and speakers seems to have evolved quite a bit. It's really cool that you're getting in on the ground floor of that and you'll see it evolve. Because I sort of had this idea, and maybe it's not unique, that every conference eventually becomes a job fair. I don't know if that'll happen with Godot, because I think it's mostly for indie devs right now, and there just aren't that many jobs probably. But yeah, who knows? Maybe in a year or 2 or 5. It's a cool random switch statement. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So we intentionally make red coins more common since you're at the end. You know what? Why not just give? It doesn't matter. Yeah, I could have just made them totally random and they'd be very colorful. All right, so reduce coins in night room by 7. And then grant more coins at the end of the game. And there was one other change. Coin magnet level 4 should be better. Coin magnet. Here's the shape. We change the size over here. Shape.shape. Is that disabled? Wait a second. Here it is. Radius, skip range. Okay, so I think I want this to be bigger at level 4. $20 plus 12 plus the level, or times the level of coin magnet. Low level 4 bonus, or like max level bonus equals coin magnet level equals the max. What is the max? So if you're at the maximum level, we give you an extra 12. Otherwise, we give you 0. And we return that too. Max level bonus. All right, then the acceleration speed should also probably increase. So if you're at the max, we'll give you another... Yeah, let's just double it, basically. All right, now let's go try it out. Decent chunk of people doing it for a living. That's pretty cool, though. Yeah, Boston is doable. I'm not a convention person. Yeah. All right, we're going to skip to level 4 and see what this feels like. Oh, that's powerful. So we just collect coins by looking at them. Yeah, this is very powerful. Oh, and this means if you die, if I just go over here. Oh, it's taking forever. There we go. Then I'll just immediately collect all the coins. Wow. That's very, very cool. This game does a lot of cool things. Yeah, this feels great. Let's keep it. Buff, coin magnet, level 4. It gets 2 levels worth of upgrades at level 4. So it's really good. Sunglasses face. Wait, how do you line that up? Oh, there we go. Ship it. You can be a talk giving person. You get to hang out with Cavino. No, hang out with Cavino is a part I would like. But you don't need to go to a convention to do that. You just need a pair of binoculars. And sorry. I shouldn't keep talking like this. Especially if you forgot to let him know you're in Boston. I've been to Boston like twice. No, 3 times, I think. No, twice. I think it was twice. And the first time was just for a job interview. It was at Google a long time ago. I did not get the job. What do you plan to do with the binoculars? Nothing. We're going to go whale watching, Cavino and me. All right, we got to fill out the journal. This has been a crazy good day. We used a lot of AI. So yeah, I think we started at 30%, so it's 23% AI usage. Just trying to write this down. So what do we actually do? That is a great question that nobody here knows the answer to. But Git knows. And Git is about to tell me. All right, where did we start today? Here. Add music. It's pretty much a bunch of polish, I'd say. Yeah. Greatly fleshed out the dungeon racer. added rooms, polished tons of rough edges, and fixed some bugs. I feel like it was productive, and I did end up streaming for 6 hours, but I get the feeling it wasn't like turbo productivity. I don't know why. I wonder if I've adapted what I consider to be a productive day. Because this is something that had shocked me about AI at first. I kind of mentioned this to a friend. I was like, okay, you have a certain amount of like fulfillment points you get from an average workday, right? And maybe you just consider this in terms of productivity. And however you measure productivity, let's say that in a normal 6-hour day, you would get like 80% productivity, and that was like a good day for you. So some days you'd be at 50%, maybe you were sick or something and it was 10%. And yeah, some rock star days you'd be at 100%. When I started using AI, I felt like a 6-hour day, the kind of average that I felt was like 130% was the new norm. I don't know if I've adapted to that, if I've forgotten what my standards were, if I am truly not actually performing according to what my new standards are. It's very hard to say. Well, with strong enough binoculars, with special atmospheric refraction binoculars, you can see whales from anywhere. Eat, edit, and watch Adam. Yeah, don't edit me either. Hey, Ramo. Yeah, I think it was pretty productive. All right, well, here's the plan. So I booked the first playtesting session for Thursday. It's a private playtest. I'm not going to broadcast these or anything. And we have 5 games in now. This list has 6 things because the Fever Dream game has been removed. Press jump to broccoli. Yeah, this game has some little funny ideas in it, like being able to land on a text bubble here. But yeah, this is not going to stay in the game. But yeah, since last time, since checkpoint 1, we now have the character customizer. We can randomize colors of everything here. We have some of those graphics in the game. There was always the platformer character in the game, but in the farming game, we now have all of these graphics totally done. Quickie Joe is working on the top-down shooter graphics so that the character will look consistent regardless of which way they're facing or what they're doing. Then we have these other games in here too. It's going to be pretty good. Gonna be pretty good. All right, well, I'm going to go raid somebody. Why is this not turning off? There. By the way, I never actually really mentioned this, but if anyone here has not played Skeleseller, I highly recommend giving it a go. There's a demo for it. You can try it out. It's the last game I made. Oh, hey, Fail to Survive is back. Nice. I wanted to raid him last week and he wasn't online. Thanks for watching, Ryan. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thank you for the support. Thanks for everything. Chat's been pretty nice lately. Every once in a while, there are some not nice people in chat, but it's been mostly nice people lately. So yeah, thanks for being here. I'll be back on Monday. We're just going to be prepping for the playtest pretty much all week. Have a good weekend, everyone, though. See you next time.